I didn't get that opportunity when I was in England. Where in England, I would struggle even to put the fuel in the car. I find it fantastic, especially in the summer. Carp.
Welcome to another episode with myself and Kane, my English friend living in Poland. And today we're going to discuss some positives about Poland because it's not negative. We love the place. There's a reason why I come a lot and you live here. So the first one to discuss is all about the food, the fresh food and produce that you can get over here. Discuss.
Yes, it's nice and fresh, as Rob just quite rightly said. You know, what I like about being here is that in the summer you can get fresh strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. Oh, I love raspberries. And all year round, I think it's all year round, or most of the year, you can go and get fresh honey from a local farmer. That's great. I didn't get that opportunity when I was in England. I didn't really see that many.
Do you think there's less imported? So in the UK, you can get strawberries when they are completely out of season. They never taste as good because they're obviously imported in from other countries. Yeah. Avocados and all those sort of things. Do you not have it to the same extent here? I
mean, you can get imported things, like now, if you want to go and get strawberries, not in season, so you're not going to see some guy at the side of the road or near Biedronka, and there's always, most of the time there's someone there selling.
But you think Poland has more pride in its fresh produce, do you think? And it's certainly more seasonal.
Yeah, and you'll find in just regular products you'll get from Biedronka, for example, you would say that it would be Polish product. You'll say Polski product on it.
Yeah.
So they tend to take pride with that. I'm still in the process of looking for fresh meat. So if you know anywhere, please write in the comments of places in Wrocław where I can get fresh meat from, directly from the producer himself. But yeah, also eggs as well. Yeah. When we're in Opole, we'll head off.
Where we get our fresh eggs.
We will get literally fresh
from
eggs
Agnieszka, from Magdalena, Bubble and Squeak, our 4 chickens.
So yeah, nice.
Okay.
I love the fresh.
So let's, in the comments, you guys make this video in that I want you to tell me, do you think that's pretty accurate where Poland has real decent amount of fresh produce that you can get at seasonal times of the year? Let me know in the comments. Number 2 for the positive things is dog-friendly places.
Yeah, and to my surprise, being in England, it's fairly friendly, as in we love animals, but it's not, an hour there, it wasn't really, you couldn't really invite your dog into the shopping centre. Where in Poland, you will see dogs in the shopping centre.
Normally little chihuahuas carried.
Well, but still, you'll see dogs, maybe not like a massive German Shepherd, but maybe a Border Collie, and you'll see water bowls with like a dog cutout in the front of them. So yeah, shopping centres, cafes, even libraries now, I heard, that you can go and take your dogs in. It's great. And hotels.
I think in the UK, it's less common. I think it's possibly catching up. So some shopping centres are now allowing it, but you will probably get told off if you take your dog into a shop. You may get moaned at and they won't let you. But you wouldn't normally take them to cafes and restaurants. And I get if it's a more fancy restaurant, pubs are a little bit better with it. So maybe England is catching up a little bit more. What about, I think we briefly discussed this on a previous video, but what about when taking your dog for a walk and things? How good is it?
Oh, plenty nice places. Obviously, nature is beautiful too. Nice little parks. There's a nice place there. Just walking around is beautiful.
Are people fine with dogs being off the lead?
Nah. So if you're getting on the tram or on the train, one thing, bit of a negative here I don't like is that they expect to muzzle your dog. Personally, I will never muzzle my dog because I'm not going to be muzzled myself. And by the way, they cannot breathe properly. If people say yes, they can. They can't. They struggle to breathe. So I don't like that.
It's interesting that when you take them on public transport, because sometimes you have to take them. I don't think they'd be muzzled in the UK. As in on public transport.
But with my dog, he's quite a big, not big, he's medium size, and he doesn't like. He feels a bit sick, but they were like. You could say sizist, maybe, if this is a word, I don't know. But if you have a small little chihuahua, it's not a problem. But slightly bigger dog, well, you need to go and put a muzzle on. It's like, no, not doing it.
Okay, so it's mostly decent if you're a dog owner. Number 3, we're going to say the language. That's a positive. Can I just say and you would have experienced this as well, but I experienced this. It comes across like it's very difficult, where it's lots of over and over again. There's lots of syllables, lots of consonants. But actually, as soon as you work out how to pronounce the letters, it mostly gets easier, and it's less complicated than it sounds.
Yeah, and talking of sounds, I love the sound of Polish. Maybe being a musician, I'm quite attuned to the tonality of rhythm and things, but I really think it's very melodic. It's a beautiful sound, a beautiful language to listen to. Like, you could have someone get very upset and speak to you in a nasty way in Polish, but it'd still sound quite nice, you know?
Unless it's a Polish woman, because that's quite scary.
Well, if it's like, maybe not, but if you're not having the high-pitched cat squeal, then you know, in any language, I think it wouldn't be very nice. But if that's not if there's no cat squealing, then it sounds beautiful, even if someone's annoyed. So that's what I think of the sound of it. But I'd also say just the syntax of this, meaning the flexibility, how you can put words in order. You can be so flexible at moving things around in the sentence. In English, if you start moving things around,
it doesn't make sense.
Dramatically change the meaning of the sentence.
This is one thing I've learned when I'm having my lessons, in that I may say something in an order that I think is acceptable in English. I can't give you an example now. You might be able to think of one. But actually, but it's the wrong way round in Polish. But actually, Paulina, my teacher, says, no, it's fine, don't worry, it makes sense. And so, but you can have it, certain words in a sentence, doesn't matter which order you put them in sometimes.
Exactly.
So which helps for people that are learning and come from speaking another language, who do it in English, for example, we have it in a set order, which makes sense.
But it enables you to be more expressive as well, I think. And plus the orthography is nice. I like the way how the letters are put together. And I know you'll be thinking, hang on a minute, all the consonants together, z, and sh, and all the rest of it. You're like, oh, what would you do? Once you understand, like Rob was saying,
what the letters sound like, and
how they sound like, and how you find the emphasis as well. It's not just being able to pronounce it; it's also finding the syllable stress. It sounds great, but it also looks nice. I like, especially the old style, kind of a Gothic style of writing of Polish. I think it actually looks quite nice. Normally, people would say that's a negative, but I see it as a positive. I like a challenge.
I think it's because it's daunting.
Yeah, but I like a challenge as well.
Hearing it is daunting from the outside. So yeah, but I would actually like you guys to tell me if you don't necessarily think Polish is a nice sounding language, what language do you think is nice sounding? So I know German has quite a negative thoughts on it from a lot of people. Do you think English sounds nice? And obviously we've got different accents. Although your northern isn't as strong as some northerners, we've got different ways of speaking. So you tell me in the comments, what language do you think is quite nice to listen to?
Or your favourite language to listen to?
Yes. Number 4, this is quite specific to Kane or musicians. So I'm probably going to stay out of this one. Hit them. Go.
So yeah, in my opinion, there are more opportunities to play local music festivals. Now, from my experience in England, it's quite difficult to get into festivals or play. Now, maybe I'm just inexperienced and wrong. I could be completely wrong here. But when I've been in Poland, it's fairly easy to play at a local event.
They let all the riffraff in, don't they?
What I find generally with the Polish, the English do love music, but the Polish seem to have like an extra level, and they're very good, in my experience anyway, as an audience. They tend to really participate, really love the feel of music, and I really enjoy that, and how you can go to different parts of Poland and you're still going to get a really good response. And like I said to you, it's not just a local event like somewhere in Wrocław. It can be in Łódź, it could be somewhere near the mountains. There's always something going on, and I love that. The Polish seem to really appreciate music and collaborating.
I would say from an outsider, I don't think that would be well known. For example, in England, that I don't think Poland is necessarily known for its music outside of Poland.
That's me like the folk music here. I'm just talking about in general, because
I'm talking about in general. I'm talking about
like Polish styles of pop and rock, a bit of electronica stuff as well, a bit of rap. They have their own versions, and it's just great. It really is. And of course, if you're going more in the cities, you're going to have more options to go and connect with people. Yes, you have that in England too, different pockets, you could say. But I find it fantastic, especially in the summer.
Well,
It's great.
let us know if you have any experience on that too. Number 5, it is the Polish food, especially traditional Polish food. Now, for me, I have a bit of a love-hate. There are some that I just adore and can't get enough of, and some that go straight in the bin. What are your thoughts? Traditional food?
I really like bigos. I like krokiety. Bigos is nice.
No.
Stop it. Żurek, uszki or uszka. I can't remember which one it is.
Uszka.
What else do?
Obviously, pierogi.
Pierogi, yeah. And here's the thing, with pierogi, and I'd like to maybe comment this in the comment section. Do you have it boiled or fried?
Oh, I prefer it fried.
Fried, in my opinion, is the way forward.
I think fried's better.
Like, why would you boil it?
I think the problem, or steamed, for example, as well, and boiled. Well, yeah, I do find that sometimes it's a bit too soggy and a bit too. Whereas I prefer, obviously, in pierogania.
I've never been.
Oh my God, pierogania! They do it basically in like the bread. And is it still a pierogi? I don't know, but that's delicious. But the pan fried, brilliant.
And the thing I love about Polish traditional food is the variety, but also that it's very hearty. You know, it's very wholesome as well. It's just very, very,
It
very
has a
good.
purpose.
Yeah.
Right? It has a purpose, and probably that's where the tradition comes in. What I would say is, traditionally, it was for working, some of it, should I say, was for working people, out in the cold, in the farms and things, and needed to warm them up and keep them going for the whole day.
Yeah.
And that's where I see the link with the UK, is that a lot of our traditional food is very similar. I love pączki. I love the sweet. There is nothing. The baked food, the sweet food in Poland. I've got a sweet tooth, so it's just incredible.
One thing's popped into my mind, and that talking of traditional Christmas dinner in Poland. Now I know that you have 12 dishes. Not like when I say this to English friends, they go, 12 dishes, really? Like, goodness me, you must be really full. Because we're thinking, because in England we have it all on one plate for the dinner.
Yeah.
Type in roast dinner, Christmas roast dinner, or Christmas dinner, Sunday roast. It's very basically Christmas dinner is roast dinner on steroids. It's so beautiful. But you guys have a fish. In my honest opinion, I cannot stand carp.
Riba.
Riba, I like riba, but carp? Oh man, no. I tried it once, it's so bitter, no thank you. And one thing I don't understand, I know it's a religious thing, but like here I just don't get it. Why can't you eat meat on Christmas Eve? And I understand that you say Vigilia is Christmas, but for us English guys, it's Christmas Eve. It's the eve, it's the evening of Christmas. Christmas is the next day.
Just eat loads the whole way through. Yeah. Some Polish food I just adore. What I'd like to know though in the comments, what is your favourite traditional Polish food?
And English.
And English, yeah.
Because English food, you're thinking, it's just like
not.
fish and chips.
It's beautiful.
No.
Lovely food.
Toad in the hole, try that.
Yeah.
Know what it is, check it out.
Nice Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, decent stews. We're not that boring. I remember someone wrote to the comments, some other video, saying, you're English, you can't do
Incorrect.
Come on. No.
So-
Breakfast.
I'm sorry. I know kielbasa is good, right? But it doesn't beat a Lincolnshire or Lancashire, whatever sausage.
Oh, Lancashire hot pot is another one, actually.
Yeah.
It's not that.
The sausages in England are great. And proper bacon, not this streaky stuff. This is meant to be a positive, I'm sorry. This is
a positive slash, let's call it equal.
Oh,
right?
okay. So, yeah, let me know in the comments your favourite Polish and English food. Number 6. Okay, this one is subjective. I'm not saying with all of them, but it's the cost of living in Poland. So, give me your thoughts as you live here.
Well, here's the thing. Being in the north of England, or being from the north of England, things tend to be quite tight with cash. Now, I understand that all parts of England have, difficulties here and there. And when people think England's a rich country, actually what they mean is that like Canary Wharf is very, very
Some
rich, right?
places are
and there
wealthy.
are quite a few affluent areas in England too, but on the whole, people are struggling. Now, people in Poland generally, people are struggling too. But what I notice is that the average Pole, at the moment anyway, seems to be having more disposable income than that of the average English person. Why? Maybe you could say it's the economy getting better. Maybe because we're part of the European Union. I don't know what the real answer is. I'm not an economist, okay? Or have you pronounced it? But for me personally, I seem to have more disposable income living in Poland, working in Poland, using literally everything's in Polish zloty. I'm not nothing to do with euros or pounds or anything like that. Only Polish zloty, in and out. And for me, I seem to have more disposable income, and I can go to different places. Where in England, I would struggle even to put the fuel in the car.
What may be another reason is in England we've potentially got that spending culture where we don't think about what we spend, or we buy things on credit, buy now, pay later. And so maybe in Poland you don't straight away go for the luxuries, and therefore you're a bit more Poles are a bit more conscious.
I'd say there's more of a conservative
and
aspect,
therefore
but
you
it's
automatically
changing now, I'd say.
Possibly as Poland gets more Western maybe, and commercialised and capitalist and things.
I'd say a lot of people now are taking loans, a higher purchase. They call it leasing. So it's becoming more common, but I would say there's more disposable income with it. From my perspective, and also looking at students' parents and things like that and whatnot.
But I think this is what we can do with this, is that we're giving perspectives. Like I said, I'm from the south of England, where it's generally seen as a higher living wage, so you earn more, but things are more expensive. Whereas in the north of England, you normally earn less, but things are cheaper, like houses.
So it's the difference, is what I'm saying.
So what you guys can do is say, okay, well actually I don't agree. So feel free. That's what these videos can be about, because we've all got a different life. We all have different jobs, and levels are different. So, but you think coming to Poland has made you better off
I would
financially?
say so, that there is more of a difference with how much you earn compared to how much you can save. In other words, it favours me to be able to save more here than it would be if I were in England. I remember struggling in England.
Once again, that's where you guys come in. I don't expect actual financial breakdowns, but
just put the report in the
and
in the comments.
Your bank details as well. And so let me know in the comments, and we'll see if what Kane is saying is pretty accurate to the general people here in Poland. It seems like Poland has a lot of everything.
And I love that, that's brilliant.
If I wasn't married to my beautiful English wife...
Midnight whispers, broken dreams.